Welcome, my children, as I tell you the story of my male coworker who was 6 years older than me, who was obsessed with me when I was a teenager. So the year was 2022, and I was 19. However, I was turning 20 that year. My birthday is just in December. It was my last year being a teenager, and I got a job at a coffee shop. It's a very specific coffee shop, and I'm not going to name it, but it was a coffee shop that had a lot of employees. And one of the employees that I had was my male coworker, which, by the way, there were many male coworkers. I can make lots of videos about working there, and I used to make lots of skits about working there back in 2023. But this male coworker in particular was 26, and I was 19. As a point of reference, that's 1 year older than my oldest brother. And so I was going through kind of a hard time in my life at that point, and I was also 19. And I was also homeschooled, so I was very overly trusting to people. And I never really did anything inappropriate with this man. I was just very friendly to him. He was my friend. Dun dun dun. He was also a bully. He would bully the shit out of me. He was also short. Okay, so the short nerd bully that I had to work with, he and I would joke around all the time. He would specifically say things like that I was a fat, ugly bitch. He said that to me once when I was 19. Also used to joke and call me a Nazi because my last name is German. And the things that we said to each other were not work appropriate. Don't call your coworkers Nazis or fat, ugly because you will probably get fired. But this place that I worked in particular, HR was a joke. There was no consequences for anything that you could say. And I worked together for, I want to say like 8 months. And my relationship with him was like funny to say the least, I guess. But my relationship with him was not anything other than a friendship, according to me. As a point of reference, 2 weeks after my 20th birthday, my great-grandmother actually passed away, who I was very close with. And that kind of started a spiral of really difficult times for me. And in the midst of those difficult times, this man was head over heels obsessed with me. And that's not me being egotistical. I wish this man was not obsessed with me when he was, because he would be so mean to me. And he would not make me cry, I'm not weak like that, but he would literally be the meanest person ever to me and then go crying to my coworkers that I broke his heart. My poor coworkers, he would literally call them when they weren't working to cry about me breaking his heart. I mean, this happened like 3 years ago. This is all water under the bridge at this point. Although if you are watching, there's a reason why I don't talk to you anymore. And it's because this man was a compulsive liar. He would lie to me all the time. There was this one instance where I was in the basement of our work where people parked. And on my way to the basement, I was probably 20 at this point, 2 very drunk customers grabbed me and like touched me. And I ran away crying and I had to go home early because I was harassed. And dude coworker who was obsessed with me knew about this.